chit chat till then. So we are live on Zoom. So students will start joining in now. They've already started.
No, I think we are only 5 participants, which means 4 of us and somebody else maybe.
Yeah.
People are coming in.
There seems to be a little bit of challenge with YouTube, I suppose. I'll try it once more. Otherwise, we'll start, right?
We'll just wait for your orders.
Just one. I'll try it once more.
How is college doing actually, sir?
Good. Actually, we are all right now locked down, of course, but online lectures are ongoing continuously. We'll have to be getting ready right now. Any minute we'll get a queue. So let's just catch up on our breath.
Right.
So we can start. Actually, there's some challenge with the YouTube. So we'll start. We'll put it on YouTube later. The recording.
So should we start, Kamal Bhai?
Yes, sir. You may start.
All
so
right.
we are recording it. We'll put the recording on YouTube later. Right?
As you say.
Right, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone, and namaskar from Shoolini University up on the beautiful Bajhol Hills of Himachal Pradesh. For your afternoon today, I am going to be your host. My name is Pradeep Mazumdar, and I serve this university in the capacity of Director of School of Hospitality and Hotel Management. And today, I am going to introduce to you a very, very wonderful friend of mine, a lovely colleague with whom I have worked shoulder to shoulder, and he is currently the executive chef, Chef Satya Prakash Pandey, who is the executive chef at the Radisson Blu Hotel in Haridwar. Warm welcome to you, Satya. Warm welcome to you.
Namaskar, everyone. Namaskar.
So just to give you all of you a little bit of an idea about this wonderful man, Satya, while many of you might be thinking, my goodness, we thought that an executive chef would be absolutely clean shaven, would be in his whites, would be in his chef uniform. Just for your information, the poor gentleman is under lockdown. He is not in his hotel. He is with his family right now in Gujarat. And that is the reason why you don't see him in his finery. To tell you a little bit about Satya. Satya is a graduate from the Oriental School of Hotel Management, which is based out of Wayanad in Kerala. Graduated out in 2001, was always extremely passionate about his kitchen and got himself selected as kitchen management trainee with HRH Group of Hotels. His royal, what was the name you said? HRH, full form?
Historic Resort Hotels.
Historic Resort Hotels. Actually, those of us in the hotel industry, we know HRH as HRH. What is more important for all of you to know is that HRH is actually owned by the Maharana of Mewar. So that is the reason why these are all his royal forts and palaces. So the journey of Satya began in HRH Hotels as a kitchen management trainee. He will tell you more about that. He moved on to Intercontinental Hotel Group, working with Holiday Inn. Thereafter, he came to Carlson Hotels Worldwide, where he worked in Country Inn and Suites, where I had the good fortune of working alongside Chef Satya Prakash Pandey. Thereafter, Satya moved on to the Radisson brand from the Carlson. From the Country Inn brand, because these are both Country Inn and hospitality brands. So he has been absolutely a passionate chef. He has a lot of other varied hobbies, which we will talk about later. He has prepared a very beautiful PowerPoint, a very informative and educative PowerPoint for all of us who are in this line. And now, Satya, with your permission, can I hand
Yes,
over
please.
to you?
Namaste, everyone. Namaste, sir. Thank you. First of all, I would like to say thanks about giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts with you and the young students. First of all, I just wanted to share my journey. Like, I've started my career from HRH, as sir has said. After completion of that, joined with the IHG hotel with the holiday in Jaipur, wherein the older property holiday in Jaipur. I have almost completed almost 3.5 years. Those days, the working in the kitchen was a little bit challenging, right? Challenging with the old mindset of chefs, wherein we have proven ourselves, being with the educated backgrounds and all, and we have developed ourselves into getting certain things, achieving something. We have worked on those parameters, right? After completion of a job for 3.5 years there, I moved to Shivalas, Jaipur. That was again an individual property, but it was a luxury hotel in Jaipur. Almost 1.5 year I have worked out there. From there I moved to Taj Holiday Village, Goa, wherein 150 inventory hotel that was, wherein I have developed myself in some conquered cuisine, some multi-skilling also I have done. A lot of a staff level was also reduced. We have to work as a multi-skilled person. I'm working with the Indian kitchen, I'm working with the tandoor maybe, or some continental, sometimes helping to the Konkan kitchen, Konkani, that going cuisine and all, right? So by that way, we have developed ourselves. We have worked for developing ourselves, not for the thinking I'm working for the company or something like that. We have worked for ourselves. We have worked. I have developed myself so that entire chain works like. I'm working for myself. That means working for the hotel. That gives a different impact of hotel to the hotel, right? So this way I have developed my skills, my knowledge, my sharing with the other colleagues, assisting to the chefs. So this is how we have taken up our entire journey in developing ourselves, right?
So talk about your journey from Taj Holiday Village, Goa.
Right. From there again, from there I got a job with the Carlson Hotel, wherein there was at that point of time the canteen and suites Indore was opening. So that was my first opportunity to work as an executive chef out there, based on my past experiences and all. That was a challenging for me again, working under the guidance of anybody, and now I have a step in wherein I have set my own standards, my own recipes, my own all plannings, the kitchen planning, everything was of mine. But that was a very learning for me. Direct there was a direct contact with our corporate office, wherein every reports and all, everything that was absolutely new thing for me. But I have taken that challenge, and I run it very successfully. Based on that, I got an opportunity to work with the Country and Suites Saket. That was again it was coming up on a new property project hotel that was. So I was being shifted from there to the Saket property, wherein both the two hotels I have all worked almost 8 years. 8.5 years, in fact, 6 years at Saket property, and then 2.5 years in indoor property. So that was a great learning. I have proven myself. I have developed myself, my skills, my knowledge, everything. From there, this was in a lot of and the operation. There are a lot of challenges comes, but that's a part of our 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 job, in fact, or our industry, in fact, we can say. From there, I moved to again to Gujarat with the Madhuban Resort and Spa, wherein it was again a resort hotel, a luxury resort, in fact, you can say, in Gujarat, Anand, Amul City, Anand, right? So it is again 120 rooms of property. It is, and again I can say it was a individually run property. Honor was very much passionate about the running this hotel. I have spent almost 1 year and 2 months with the Madhuban Resort and Spa. From there, I moved to ITC Hotel in Gandhinagar with Fortune Hotel. There again, a different hotel. I have worked with different, different kind of challenges, different kind of learning. Everywhere you learn, everywhere you work, you will find a different scenario of working, right? There was something different scenario, but simultaneously there is learning as well, because that is the way how we get exposed to different situations, different learning platforms, right? And there, I must say, ITC was also a very good company to work with in terms of development. In terms of, there was a very good good follow-ups from the corporate office. So we have to work it. We have to prove ourselves based on their requirements, based on the property and honors requirement. We have worked together. We have worked to satisfy each and every level of management. We have satisfied it. So that was a good platform, learning with the different kind of situations, different kind of management. We have worked different kind of general managers. We have worked, every general managers, they have different way of working, flow of work everywhere. So that is again, we can say that it's a like a exposure what you get working with the different hotels. But at the same time, we need to develop ourselves also, right? With spending to be a loyal to the company. Sometimes working with them, working for them, in fact, with simultaneously developing ourselves. ITC, after ITC, I moved to Radisson, where I'm presently working. 8 months back, I have joined the Radisson Hotel. Again, this is again a different platform of learning for me. I can say, I must say, different kind of clienteles we have, different kind of operation we design for the revenue earning and all. So
Chef, if I may come in over here and just would try to help you out a little bit by leading you on.
Right.
In all your life of working in hotels as a chef, purely as a chef, I do believe that you have 3 stakeholders in your life.
Right.
One is your owner, number 2
Exactly.
is your guest, and number 3 is your staff.
Right.
These are your basically the 3 important stakeholders जिसके साथ आपको काम करना है, काम लेना है, और results देना है. So can you now tell the youngsters about your interactions with these 3 stakeholders at different stages of your life? both
See,
pluses and minuses, so that the youngsters also learn how important owner is, how important guest is, and how important staff is.
right. See, in our industry, we say guest is a god everywhere. We cannot say no to the guest. But different situations comes now. Now they are due to the pandemic and all, the entire SOP is changing now. Wherein we have to stop the guest. Where we have to So a lot of situations comes, right? We understand the owners have invested money into the property, right? They also need some earnings. At end of the year they need a GOP, right? For that we have to work as a team in the hotel. For team we need a staff, a nice staff, wherein based on the staff, there's our responsibility to develop themselves also, with giving proper guidance, with training them with the new techniques what is coming up, because they are into a shop floor workers, right? They need to be guided, they need to be trained based on what we require it, right? So their development is also a major thing, which will help in increase in our revenue, right? By that way we'll satisfy our owners. By giving trainings and all, by working as a team, we'll be satisfying our staff, facilitating them with the things, facilitating with the facilities, training them, giving knowledge them, right? This is to by that way we will satisfy our staff, satisfy our owners, and finally the topmost is the guest satisfaction. For the guest satisfaction, now a chefs play a very major role in interacting with them, creating making a personal relation with the guests. Sometimes they are sometimes they are very happy with something what we go a little bit of extra mile. That all needs to be done in this scenario to satisfy the guest. Because if the guest is happy, they will spread
Spread the
the
word.
yeah, spread the word mouth by mouth to the other guests. So this is how we have to be on toes to serving to the guest.
But
But
my
now,
question here is, Chef, what were
right,
the challenges that you faced in your life when you were dealing with these three categories of people? Various types of challenges. Everything could not have been smooth sailing.
right. Challenges again. See, in the terms of staff, we can say actually now the chefs are very concerned about the hiring of the staff should be a little bit educated people, right? The older age was something different, wherein uh, they don't share their experiences, they don't share their the key points. But now we are much focusing on the staffs who are well educated. They understand the situation. They understand the importance of the guest. They understand the importance of the teamwork, wherein they share each other. Even chef also learns from the shoe chefs. That's a both the ways.
So are you trying to therefore say that there has been a shift between the old school of kitchen and the new school of kitchen? Old school of
Exactly.
kitchen was where chefs would remain in the kitchen and would have no contact with the outside world. And
Exactly.
today's chef is ready to go out into the restaurant with a smile on his face and go and interact with the guests.
Yes. Exactly.
So why has this happened? Please tell us.
So see, let me discuss about the before and the now. Why it is like Before there was a very rigid people were working in the shift on the range, maybe you can say. Their attitude were a little different. पहले अभी भी हम लोग सुनते हैं कहीं कि वहाँ पे यूनियन है, इस तरह की चीजें हैं, because they are not focused. They are not focused upon their future. In fact, they are into other things, right? If they are focused on themselves, they have to develop themselves. They have a target within 5 years or 6 years. I'll be at this level. Then
it seems we may have gotten into a technical glitch. So I will request my colleague, Mr. Ankit Shukla, to just advise us what is happening at his end. Satya, are you being able to hear me, Chef? Are you being able to hear me, Chef? Audience, we are very sorry for this technical glitch, which is completely uncontrollable, not really within our niyantran, but we'll just hang in there and see what best can come out of it. We have gotten into a situation here. Satya Chef, can you be, are you being able to hear me? Are you being able to hear me? Audience, kindly bear with us. We'll just try and recover the situation here.
Sorry.
Chef, are you being able to hear me? Chef, unmute yourself kindly. Unmute your microphone.
yeah,
Yeah, we're back on.
okay.
We had a bit of a technical glitch there. Yeah, I think you have touched upon a very important chord. You have touched upon a very important nuance there, Chef. जब आप ये बोल रहे हो कि possibly in the olden days, people were only hands oriented. जितना हाथ में हुनर है, बस वही. But today's youngsters are future oriented.
Exactly.
Those people who were only hands oriented, considering the fact that unfortunately they were not very educated, they could also be influenced, prabhavit ho sakte the by union leaders. But today's youngsters who know what they are in for, jante hain kis liye aaye hain, they will not get easily waylaid by different political leaders or union leaders. And I think that's a very positive shift. And those youngsters who are on this show, who are listening to this is a very important point for all of you youngsters to kindly imbibe in your mind. It's not just only having the skill in the hand. There is a lot more than that. Today, the general manager positions in various hotels have also been taken over by executive chefs. Earlier, we never used to think that executive chefs would sit on the GM's chair, but in today's days, yes, there are executive housekeepers, executive chefs who are also sitting on that chair, not necessarily front office manager and food and beverage managers. Over to you, Chef.
Just because they are concerned about their future, they are concerned about their career, right? They are career oriented, they are future oriented. 5 years down the line or 6 years down the line, where I'm going to see myself. That is the reason there are a drastic change in the behavior of the staff, in the working of the staff. They are more analytical. They are more sensible. They have developed their adaptability. They are adaptable to the situation. So this is a drastic change. What previously it was not, but nowadays chefs are they are the entrepreneurs. They are the general managers. Because they are well educated, they understand the situation, they bend themselves according to the situation. They share the information, they learn things, they teach things. This is the way how they have developed now themselves to take it to the next level there, right?
So therefore, Chef, if you look at it this way, there are actually two types of people who work in the kitchen with you. One are the karigar, the craftsmen, who may be uneducated, but they have the hand skill. And those who are educated, they are tremendous support to you, not only for the kitchen work, but also for your administrative work, and more importantly, for the control on food cost.
Exactly.
which is by far your most important key performance indicator.
Yeah, analytical decision making, that helps in there. Okay. That's why nowadays we are very much into hiring of the staff or fresher. What we expect from the newcomers, they are well educated. We are expecting from the freshers, what those who are coming from the hotel management.
Satya,
Yeah,
I have a point here. One of the great advantages of picking up youngsters is also their ability to be molded,
exactly,
which
exactly.
does not happen very easily with people with several years of experience. Of course, experience has got its own positive side, but inexperience has also got its own positive side. After all, आप किसी को recruit करने के बाद उनको अपने तरीके से mold कर सकते हो.
मोल्ड कर सकते
It's a huge advantage.
हैं, ह्यूज
Not only is it a
एडवांटेज.
huge advantage to you, it is a huge advantage to the organization. Just
Right.
to share a small story with you, I remember way back when I joined the Oberoi Hotels. Well, I was no one to join. I was selected. Who am I to join Oberoi Hotels? I was selected by them. That was their kindness. So when I went to the Oberoi school, I was, of course, BCom honors graduate. But there were my other colleagues who had come from institutes of hotel management. And one of the things which Mr. Gopi Bhavnani, who was our director of the Oberoi school at that time, very clearly said is, it is now time for these hotel management students to unlearn whatever they have learned and will relearn whatever new
Okay.
learnings we will now give you. Because that is the Oberoi Hotels mantra, that whatever you have come with, that's great, no problem. But we will now mold you and you will become the way Oberoi Hotels want you to become. And this is the
Right.
same thing which is across all groups. Every group has their own management style and their own organizational behavior and training behavior.
So that's our expectation. It is the only things that we expect from the newcomers, that they are well educated. We can mold themselves. They are attention to details. They follow the creativity, the knowledge and hygiene. Cleanliness knowledge. Should be utmost priority, because they have come from the hotel management background, responsible and hardworking. In fact, yes, of course, ready to accept challenges, and the adaptability. Whatever situation comes, they are molded accordingly. So these are basic expectation what we are looking at the newcomers nowadays,
But
which
haven't you
definitely.
forgotten one very important aspect which you just did not mention? And I want to just,
Right.
probably it may have slipped your mind. What about hard work? Is that not very important for
No,
you
no,
as an
I have.
executive chef to be expecting that from a youngster who's joining your team?
Right. No, I have mentioned that responsible and hardworking. Hardworking is also a very important aspect, because uh, again, I would like to say that the hardworking and smart working, both is mostly equally required, because we need to understand how the things needs to be done, how efficiently things needs to be done. Hardworking, of course, entire industry, we need time to learn things, because because only a day or two we cannot get that kind of experience, that kind of skills. That comes very gradually, easily, doing and doing things. Then the things makes perfect, right? This is the way how for that we need a dedicatedly involved in the things what we are doing, what the chefs are doing. So that by that way we need to put our 100% effort in learning and developing ourselves, in working for the organization. It's always
Chef, how important
required.
is this word attitude? How important is the word attitude?
Yes, attitude. Yeah, it is absolutely important. Attitude is also a very major uh, major thing we look at. The attitude has to be very positive. that will only make people adaptable, right? They are ready to do anything. They are ready to accept challenges. Any situation comes, they take it in a positive way. That is what we look at. The attitude is also attitude of doing things should be a positive.
There are two important questions which has come through to me in the chat box. Would you like to take the question now or after you finish your PowerPoint presentation?
Now also it is no problem.
I would like to give you the question from two of my student colleagues from our third year graduating batch. One is Mr. Paras Chauhan is asking, good afternoon, Chef. My question is, what kind of motivation you took to reach this level, and what were your success mantras for the achievement? Can you tell us how to achieve success in any field?
Okay. Success is again depend on your that is again depend on your willing success. You need to develop yourself. You need to develop yourself with the all knowledge sharing. You're developing your skills. You're of course with working as a team in the organization, right? If we say what was the first question, sir?
What kind of motivation you took, you as an executive chef Satya Prakash took to reach this level where you are today, and what was your success mantra in life?
Okay, motivation can be created. Motivation can be brought in the people with the friendliness, right? The attitude what I have with my colleagues. We need to share things. We need to talk each other. We need to share informations. That gives a motivation to the staff. Working range to range with the staff. Working whenever they are into a problem, we are standing behind. We support them. These all action takes. These all things motivates the people. This is the way how we develop a good relationship with the staff.
I think Paras's question was more to do with right from your young days, what motivated you to become an executive chef today?
Okay. Today.
Did you always have a very clear idea that you always wanted to be in the kitchen, right from your Oriental hotel management days?
From the initial days, from the schooling days, I was very much clear about the field where I have to go. Right, I have gathered all information. I have gathered all the knowledge of the other departments as well. But this was my passion about. I was passionate about it. We have to go at this direction. This is the way, and based on that, I have developed myself. Based on that, I have gathered information. Those days, now it is very easier with the online everything, and every information you get it. But those days it was very difficult. We take a knowledge from the books or library. This is the only way we and talking with the seniors. This and making out each and every notes we have. I still remember I have old diaries wherein the recipes are written, where the process are written. Small things that made us. So how important a small bit of things is.
So would you really say that your Oriental hotel management schools practical journals and notes are still very helpful today?
Exactly. It is helpful, boss, because see, there are a lot of difference now, those days and now. Now if people come for the interview and all, basic things are very much missing. We don't understand, because I don't know why they are wasting their money into going and not developing themselves. They are not concerned about their father's money. Lot of candidates we have encountered like that. But nowadays it was like we were very much passionate. Kahin pe bhi book dikhta tha, aur yaar dekh lete hain kya hai, what is that, कोई भी शॉप वगैरह पे गए, कुछ दिया दिखा हमने, या तो खरीद लिया उसको. This is how we are very much keen about knowing things, very much keen about knowing things. छोटी छोटी चीजें, और जो टेक्निकलिटी जो थी, जब while the cooking and all, we have learned about the chefs what they were cooking on the range, कि कब डाला, टेम्परिंग कब कर रहा है, बाद में क्यों नहीं डालते हैं, पहले हम क्यों करते हैं, small things, जो कि ये चीजें हमारे अपने अपने आप को डेवलप करने में सहायता किया है. That has helped in our development.
So, chef,
That has motivated. We have been self-motivated. Of course, the chefs were also very, I have worked with. They were very much, friendly enough to share the information as well.
Chef, can I ask you the second question that has come through from Chef Nagendra Yadav, who is my colleague and our chef instructor, and he's asked a very interesting question. How will the traditional grocery value chain be impacted? And where are the opportunities to adapt? I repeat, how will the traditional grocery value chain be impacted? And where are the opportunities to adapt?
Okay, traditional grocery. Okay, there are a lot of things we have excluded from our daily diets, which is again, it is not right now. Now we are focusing on the local producers, the traditional things. Every hotels now, if they are in Rajasthan, the Rajasthani preparations are coming up. If I'm in Haridwar, the Garhwali preparations are coming up. By this way, we are reviving those old groceries. We have started on working on this. We have started using of teff. We have started using of ragi, bajra, and all. Everything is coming up in the menu because a lot of people don't know. The travelers from all over the world, they are now knowing things. We are introducing things. We are vocaling about ourselves. You try this. This is our local produce. This is our local things. You like it. Locavore is more important now. If previously, if there was a buffet, out of 12 items, there is 3 items local preparation. People try it. People experience it. This is the way how we have to adopt it. Now the entire scenario has changed in adopting these all things. Recently PM Modi has also given a slogan like "Vocal for a Local." This is how we are coming up now. And now after
more
the pandemic,
specifically to your line of work. More
Right.
specifically to your line of work, how is Locavore, 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 or localized food? How has localization impacted kitchen food cost?
Okay, localized food, again, it is locally produced. The cost is not much higher. You will get very cheap ingredients. Locally, you can make out of anything out of that. Now chefs, creativity and chefs work is there. How you are producing new recipes out of that, new techniques you're using it, preparing different dishes out of one single thing. This is how we are working on it to come up, use one ingredient with different items.
So, Chef, if I may actually suggest to you that recently, along with my third-year students, because right now they have come to that level of understanding where we can discuss menu engineering with them, and I was teaching them about menu engineering. And
Right.
traditionally, we talked about stars, standards, puzzles, and problems, our four-quadrant menu engineering box. So, come to think of localization, localization will not only positively impact your food cost by bringing down your food cost, but you can also drive your profitability through the medium of localization in menu engineering. That is something which every chef needs to focus on. What do you feel about that? As an exec chef, do you think it's important for you to marry menu engineering with localized food, locavore?
Exactly. See, this is again our chefs a very vital role in in spreading mouth with the localized items, right? We are interacting with the guest. We are keeping a daily special items. We are we are introducing new things to the guest. We are we are introducing things for the our cafeteria, in fact, also that by that way also we help in our cost overall
Reduce your cost. Yes, absolutely.
overall
Absolutely.
cost. So this is right thing, and of course our guests are also very much kind of exploring things. A lot of guests we experience, they need something new, they need something local, they need, they are also into that mentality. Let's have, if I'm here, okay, let's have something very local. So by
So you
that
see,
way,
Chef, what happens is after the
yeah,
pandemic normalizes, and of course hotels will open up. There is no doubt about that.
right,
Human beings
right.
will travel and hotels will open up. But purely from a food and beverage point of view and a chef's perspective, please do keep it in mind that your localization is going to be your future Brahmastra. Your
Exactly.
localization will actually not only bring down your food cost, but if you were to drive the popularity index, your profitability index will automatically point northward. Upar jayega.
Exactly. For example, few examples I'm sharing. Nowadays, lot of the small farmers who produces a lot of things. They are producing mushrooms, they are producing some grains, they are producing even the cheeses. Lot of international cheeses are made in India now. Why not to experience that? Why not to come up with some recipes or some preparations wherein rather using 3,000 4,000 kgs of cheese, we bring it down to 1,000 rupees kg. So this is how we will utilize our produces with with high, with getting local stuff, rather getting imported, right? By that way we will will satisfy our guests, we will satisfy our expenses, we will reduce down, will the profit percentage we can increase by that way.
So Chef, if I may request you to, why don't you show us your PowerPoint presentation, and after that we will take a few more questions. We
Right,
need to also keep to our time frame.
right, sir. So let's go through with the
Chef, I'm
presentation.
sorry to interrupt you. It's 2:12. Can we
Right,
try and finish it within the next 8 minutes so that we can have the from 2:20 till 2:30 we can have Q&A?
right, done.
Chef, you could yes. Thank you for giving us a full screen.
Okay, let's as we know, we are struggling with this pandemic, and the kitchen operation or F&B overall, you can say the operation are going to be a different than what it was used to be earlier. The impact of COVID-19 will discuss in this PPT. How it has impacted our normal operation, right? The first slide extremely crucial. There are extremely crucial 5 basic principles we are going to follow after this pandemic. 5 basic principles, wherein the first is hand wash. Of course, everybody knows it. The hand wash has been a very important key thing into hygiene, into 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 a safe place to work. You know, hand washing is needs to be done very frequently, as much as you can wash with your hand and sanitize your hand. Social distancing will be a second, wherein a lot of people previously, a lot of people work in the kitchen, where you know, they are working near, but we have to maintain a social distancing about at least 3 to 4 feet in the kitchen. As of now, it has come a circular that in the kitchen operation, at least 3 to 4 feet of distance need to be maintained for the social distancing. Social distancing is again, uh, we can talk, like even in the social distancing, of course, we need to be very multi-skilled in that case. Multi-skilling will be a very vital thing during the social distancing in the kitchen, because a single person has to work for several things, maybe because previously it was a lot of people working together on a one range. They have to maintain the hygiene standards. They do not have to share the chef's gears, knives, or maybe a lighter or something like that. That needs to be absolutely stopped in this case. Separate knives, separate chopping boards, separate lighters, even separate dusters, even what they're using, that needs to be worked upon the social distancing, right? Uh, Respiratory hygiene, again, respiratory, because this is again, this virus spreads through a respiratory system. Like, we are talking, the droplets are falling here and there, and the people are touching, then the virus is spreading here and there. So to stop that, we need to be cover. We need to cover our face, right? Or maybe a shield, a face shield with the mask on the face. Respiratory hygiene we need to maintain very. We need not to touch our mouth or eyes during the work, or right. The critical personal hygiene, again, personal hygiene everybody maintains, but very emphasized personal hygiene is required in this case. You need to keep yourself very much clean, very all the time, when you're on the shift, when you are on the um, in the premises. Your personal belongings not should be there. You should clearly you should remove it while at the lockers and all. No personal belongings. The basic, taking baths, sanitizing yourself, taking shower with the soap solutions, uh, taking again a personal hygiene. It's like wearing gloves all the time. Mm, and these all gears should be maintained while personal hygiene.
You see, Satya, what has happened is COVID-19 ने और कुछ किया या नहीं किया, पर इंडिया को साफ सुथरा रहना सिखा दिया है.
Yeah, and this is how we are going to take it
across the industries. Indians have really become totally focused on personal hygiene now. Let's move to point number 5.
Exactly, and this is the way how we are taking it, rest of the life now. Cleaning and disinfection and sanitization. Cleaning, again, it has a vital role in cleaning now. The chemical uses, the different kind of chemical uses has been increased after this pandemic. Cleaning process has been changed. Washing with the soap solution all your tableware, all your ranges, all your racks and all, everything, disinfecting it, sanitizing it with the 75.
Jeff, we'll have to move a little fast because we are coming to 218 already. We'll have to stop at 230.
Cleaning, disinfection, sanitization with the 70% of alcohol-based sanitizer. We have to use disinfection. We need to use sodium hypochlorite for 1% solution and all. These are the different chemicals, recommended chemicals has come up to use this. Second slide. Okay, the kitchen operation area, now it is divided into 3 zones. Strictly, it is divided into 3 zones. We cannot mix match any of these, because of the transmission of the viruses or transmission of the bacteria. The pre-preparation zone is again when you receive your materials, you clean it, you keep it, you keep your all stuff into a sanitized basket, sanitized walk-in, sanitized racks. This all comes into a pre-preparation zone. We should not mix it with the other zone, right? No range preparation zone. This is no range preparation zone, means where the cold preparation is taken place, wherein the chopping, cutting, chopping, preparing salads, your pantries, your making batters or something like that, or dosa batters. These are the non-range preparation zone, wherein the separate separately that needs to be handled with all your hygienic gears, applying with that, sanitizing your equipments later on, these all things. The range critical operation zone, again, this is a hot section wherein we have to be separate again. Non-preparation area is done to the separate, that comes to the hot section. Now hot section chefs is a responsibility to deal with the operation, right? Wherein
So
tandoor
you
is
are talking
there.
about the hot range over here.
Hot range,
Hot
exactly.
range, fine.
Hot range.
Let's move forward.
Additional inclusion in the SOPs, what have come after this pandemic. Receiving checkpoint. This is the very crucial. These two things are very crucial areas where we need to control our hygiene hygiene standards, where this is the areas from where the the viruses can enter into the premises, right? First is the receiving area, obviously. Discarding of the secondary package is more important. Previously what happens, ये सारी चीजें आ रही हैं, कार्टन का कार्टन आया, वो आकर के सीधे हमने स्टोर में रख दिया, राइट? तो वो सारी चीजें बंद करनी पड़ेंगी. अब जो ऐसा हो गया है कि जो भी secondary packages हैं, that needs to be discarded, because secondary package is touched most of the times. Each and every time it is touched, while loading, while deloading, while again handling, secondary package is touched. So discard that secondary package. Isolate the received materials. If such items which is not into a secondary package or in a primary package it is, so that needs to be isolated for 24 hours at isolation area. That needs not to be touched, because that in that isolation area, that the virus effect will go off. So isolation of material is required. 3 sink systems is required in the receiving area. For the vegetables, we need to clean those vegetables before keeping into the before it goes to the pre-preparation area. That needs to be cleaned with the 50 ppm of chlorine solution in the water, washed, cleaned and sanitized your vegetables. That should go to the pre-preparation area. Sanitized material received. Sanitization is again a part of that. While receiving a packets or something like that, that needs to be sanitized. A lot of hotels, they are doing ultraviolet chambers. They have procured to keep those materials, for 1 hour or maybe 2 hours to sanitize those all packings, and then.
So you are referring to cutlery, crockery, and glassware.
Exactly. That needs to be sanitized.
We can move forward.
A second is handling soiled cutlery, crockery, and glass of the of the guest. The used crockery, cutlery, and glass. that may comes from the room service, that may comes from the restaurant, that may comes from the any F&B outlet, that needs to be handled very carefully. This the personal protective equipment needs to be worn while getting stuff from the room service or on the floors maybe. That needs to be handled very carefully. That straight away should go to the cleaning area wherein the cleaning process happens, and the sanitization process will be happen, and then that will come to the you know um, the mise play area. The new focus will be after this pandemic. These are the points which will be implemented very aggressively. uh, the health and sanitation, of course, it is utmost priority. Use of technologies, app-based menu selection, digital menu, various online payments options will be focused. While app-based menu will be designed wherein the guest can download the app from there, from home, anywhere, while traveling or anywhere. They can pre-order it, come to the hotel, collect it, and they can take it out. So that will save time, and that will give us preparation time as well. So by that way, it will help in social distancing again. Home delivery and takeaway will be an important aspects of the business nowadays, because uh, due to the social distancing, our occupancy will be low. Our um, uh, the restaurant covers will be reduced because of social distancing. So the home delivery and takeaway will be focused, right? So that people can order their meal from their home or maybe office, or we can deliver it, or guests can come and take their food stuff and all. So that is again a very big, because businesses will be not that much. Your banqueting will be affected. Your restaurant sale will be affected. Your room service will be affected due to this pandemic, or keeping a social distancing norms. Wellness menu and immune boosting menus will be designed, of course. Yes, because this is a respiratory infection. This is because this virus causes a respiratory infections. So the wellness menus will be implemented.
So my
Immune boosting
suggestion is
foods
we
will
will
be
take up this particular point in the next slide, where you will tell
right.
us about immune boosting foods. Let's move forward to the other points, then
Okay.
we can go to the next slide.
Intelligently working on the
And
recipes.
that's also
Previously
easy to
also we
understand.
have discussed focusing on the local produce. Again, we
You've
have
talked
discussed
about it.
it. Pruning of the food choices in the menu. Again, since of social distancing, we will follow the staff level will be not full-fledged. Staff will be not there. So there, therefore, to reduce our reduce our work pressure, reduce our cost, we have to prune uh, our food choices in the menu. So menu will be curtailed. Menu choices will be curtailed. Common buffet discontinuation will be there, and focusing on the table buffet or silver services will be focused on adequate social distancing norms, following with the social distancing norms. Zero, by that way, will reduce wastage. Zero wastage will be focusing on. Multi-skilling we will be focusing on. Immune boosting food. The food we eat plays a very key role in determining your overall health and immunities. Of course, we need to have a balanced a diet. A certain spices or certain herbs we use to take it on a regular basis, which has immune boosting characteristics, right?
From your
The
technical
immune
knowledge, can you give us the names of 5 such foods that we should all concentrate upon nowadays?
we will discuss on the next slide, sir.
Right.
The immune response is essential to control and eliminate the infection. Example: COVID infection and viral bacteria infections. The food rich in beta carotene, zinc, and other essential vitamins are the immune boosting food. We'll discuss later on what all of this. Prevention of a secondary infection. We have a two the infection get into the body. There are two ways. One is primary boundary, and the second is the secondary boundary. And this virus attack to the or your secondary boundary, wherein the infection causes to the second line of control, you can say, right? The first line is your skin, your saliva. The second line goes into the system, wherein you know, wherein a second line is like uh, okay. Let's discuss the improves immunity defenses and function of the intestine, wherein the probiotic is important, prebiotic is important. Probiotic, we all know that the live bacteria and yeast, which is good for your digestive system. Yakult, yogurt, these are the examples. Prebiotic are the dietary fibers that acts as a fertilizer for those good bacteria to work in the body. In fact, wherein these foods are prebiotic that we should take. Garlic, onion, asparagus, banana, artichokes. These are the prebiotic nutrients. Again, we need a balanced diet. Includes protein, vitamins, carbs, fat, and minerals. Here are some traditional spices and condiments and herbs immune boosting, wherein when the ginger is recommended. You can use turmeric, ginger. Zinc is there. Yes, zinc also play a very vital role in immune boosting. You can get it zinc from maybe nuts and all, nuts and cocoa nuts, and your seeds also are full of zinc. Garlic helps in immune boosting. Also, you can see there are recommended also recommended can be consumed. 12 milligram of per day of zinc is important for the system, for your immune boosting. Garlic, again, 2 grams per day is required, but I know more than the 2 gram we consume every day. A lot of garlic is used in other preparations, your dal, your vegetables, and everything. Tulsi is again a very good immune boosting herb. 2 gram or 4 to 5 leaves of tulsi can be consumed. You can use it in a tea. You can use it with the ginger and all. Tulsi can be consumed. Kalonji seeds, again, it's good for health, good for immune boosting thing. Your vitamin C, this like lemon, your guava, amla, capsicum, raw capsicum, your and that beta carotene also you find in some vegetables as well. The capsicums, your peppers, your sweet potatoes, and all these all come. You find it beta carotene in that. Coconut oil can be consumed at certain level. Omega fatty acid is required for your health to to boost your immunity, right? Fatty acid, you can get it in some walnuts maybe, or flax seeds, or whole grains. Also, you find some omega-3 fatty acid. Tomato is good for your health. Star anise, again here we have discussed the a sweet potato and all. That drumsticks is very good for your health. Drumsticks and its leaves are very good for health. Leaves can be used for making some sabjis maybe, or maybe soup, or some maybe a smoothie can be made out of that. Drumstick leaves. Turmeric, of course, it has a very medicinal effect for the boosting your immunity. So these are the basic some traditional spices and common condiments which helps in your boosting your immunity. And the same thing can be utilized in your regular diets. In your maybe a kalonji can be used in naan, or maybe rotis. We can do that. This is the last
So,
slide.
Chef, I have a few questions that have come
Right.
up for you. One of our second year students, Baladitya Saklani, has asked you a question. Good afternoon, Chef. Is
Good
there a
afternoon.
need to do menu planning, taking guests' health into consideration since we are moving towards clinical hospitality?
Yes, of course. There are the possibility of keeping some TDH menus or menu of the day kind of thing. Every hoteliers are working on that parameters, wherein we take a dietary restrictions also of the guest and plan their menu. That is there. Of course, we are into a service industry, and we have to be you know we have to work on certain parameters to satisfy our guest.
So those flexibilities have to be kept in mind, even though it may increase slightly the food cost. But in
Exactly.
comparison to the food cost, the satisfaction index will go up for the guest.
Exactly.
Chef, there's another question coming through from our colleague, Dr. Rakesh Shukla. And his question is, what are the difference between government and privately run hotels, especially in food quality?
Government and privately run
What are the
hotels.
difference between government and privately run hotels, especially in food quality? Your smile is telling us the story.
There is nothing because see, at the scratch level, a chef needs to be very conscious about the what food he's preparing, right? Government and privately run hotel, see, the situation of this pandemic is everywhere, whether it is a private or a government, right? Chef, it is a chef's call how efficiently he's maintaining his standards, right? And no chef will want that, if to prepare any bad food, or a food which is not safe for the guest. So chef is always ready, and then there is no a gap left for the that it is 100% or zero. That is the calculation, like.
In fact, if I can just add to you and Dr. Rakesh, in case you are listening in as well as all the other students, please remember that as far as a chef is concerned, there are only two important KPIs, key performance indicator. One, deliver safe, palatable, tasty food. Number two, keep food cost under control. When you keep your food cost under control, it will directly go to driving your profit, and you have no other choice but always to deliver safe, palatable food today, tomorrow, every day.
And there is no shortcut in it, actually. There is no
Absolutely
shortcut
no
in
shortcut in it. Very true.
it.
Absolutely no
100% or
shortcut.
zero. 100% or zero. Simple.
It's like saying that I am 99% honest, but 1% dishonest. Either you're honest or you're not honest. It's as simple as that. Chef, we will take one last question, which has been lying for a long time. Another question coming from my third year student colleague, Mohit Paul. Good afternoon, sir. What are the impacts on new jobs in the kitchen department nowadays, and how to overcome this situation of lockdown and COVID-19 for future? So basically, he's completely asking about the job market in the COVID-19 world.
Okay, there will be, see, there will be a little concern about, because now presently the situation is the jobs will come, because see, we are into a service industry. This pandemic is for the short period of time. Definitely the wholehearted service will come in coming few months, maybe. We need not to be worried about it. A jobs opportunity will come. Definitely it is going to come. And simultaneously we need to be very focused on our knowledge, our focusing on our career development. We need to be a very uh, you know focused on that parameters, right? And definitely the opportunity of jobs will come in nearby, because we cannot live without
See,
shaking
we
hands
all
and
understand that currently the job market is on a slow. But as I
it
always
is
keep
slow,
saying, and I truly believe in it, that this industry will bounce back. And when it bounces back, there will be tremendous amount of demand creation.
opportunity.
Not only demand for rooms, demand for trained manpower.
Trained
Demand
manpower.
for trained manpower to service the demand for rooms, because those people who will come and contribute to occupancy in the room, they will also contribute to occupancy in the restaurant and bars and banquet halls. With that, Chef,
Right,
thank you very much. You've been amazing. You've given a lot of wonderful insights. On behalf of all my student colleagues, student fraternity, and fellow teachers, thank you very much for your precious time. Once again, God bless.
thank you very much. Thank you
Thank you,
very
Chef.
much.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.